Okay, so I'm back at the hometown Walmart, and it's actually been pretty good to me today. We got some new boulevards, some surf setup. I am gonna take those one to open. I finally got my hands on one of these dang Porsches. That's been the hardest one to find, and it's not even close. And check that out. The new Ferrari 5-pack with the SF90, the Aston Martin Vulcan, which seems like people have been going crazy for the last little while. Nice purple GT40, nice Huracan as well, and the Lotus Evija being the weaker one in my opinion, but the rest are really good. Even the Evija is alright. But with that being said, I will see you at the next stop. Okay, so back at Valley and I did find a few things we'll go over, so I'll show them quick. This bag, it was a nice little yellow Ferrari F50. I don't have very many F50s, so I'm going to take that one. I think that's actually a pretty cool find. As for this bag, there's a nice silver Honda S2000, a DeLorean. It looks like something Johnny Lightning. There's quite a few decent cars in that one. And for me, this bag, the faster never wheels on this 6th gen Charger. I'm a big 6th gen Charger fan. I own a 6th gen Charger, so that's why I'm gonna pick this one up. Some decent finds, and that's what I'm taking from here. Alright, so I'm back at the downtown dollar store. Looks like we haven't seen anything new since the last time I was here in the last episode where I pulled the Super Chase. But that's pretty interesting. But one thing I did notice, if I look at this cart, you see that one there. I wonder what's going to be in that box. I think it's anniversary cards. If so, I wouldn't mind going through it. See what happens. Alright, so I'm back at Shoppers, and we got a case of Fast and Furious and an H case, both being Fast and Furious. Already had everything. H case was a dud. I walked up to it in an absolute mess, so I decided to clean it up. When you guys are going through cases though, just a quick little rant, don't ever leave a mess. With that being said, I'll see you at the next stop. Okay, so I'm back at my local Walmart again. I was just here last night, but we got ourselves a bit more of the off-road set and a bit more end case to look at as well. I've already gone through this, and I'm just going to show you what I found. So I found this mangled R33. That's going to be the perfect candidate to open. A couple of these beautiful cherry blossom Datsuns. Got the Drift RX-7. Finally found a regular Hellcat. That thing's really nice. And then there's another one, as well as the 787B and another RX-7 Drift, so that I can open that. But that's all I'm gonna take here, and I will see you at the next stop. All right, so I'm back at the out-of-town Walmart, and I see that they got this. Appears to be, what was this? 8-pack, 7-pack, 7-pack. Got the Gasser, you got the Camaro, Toyota, Volkswagen, Porsche, Mercedes, and the Hotbird. I think my favorite in the set's definitely the Hotbird. So we'll take a second and we'll open one of these up for you guys. And we'll take a look at it. I think I'm gonna pick one up for sure. Really depends how much these cost, because sometimes these cost a lot of money. But with that being said, that's gonna be what I take here. So unless there's something else that comes out in the meantime, that's all I'm grabbing. All right, back at the out-of-town Walmart still, and I've seen a couple of cases here, a Matchbox collector's case. There's nothing I needed in this set, but I did need this set. These are the last 4 cars for 2024, to my understanding, that are coming out. And I want to grab a Max Verstappen because, quite frankly, I want to open one of these and see what they look like loose. But that's what I'm going to grab here. I'm going to leave a Lewis Hamilton. It appears that's Lando Norris. And then the other Mercedes drivers there as well. So if there's anything else, I'll let you guys know. But I should see you at the next stop. Okay, back at the out-of-town Dollarama. And one of them. And it's pretty empty here. I can, but I might have to leave them behind. I've got class, so I might end up leaving some of these behind. But okay, I'm back at the independent grocer, and this time we've got ourselves a case of silhouettes here. Just show them. There's the C case we went through, and then there's that. So let me get the through as well. Oh my goodness, another McLaren. Another McLaren Chase. That is awesome. And this one's actually on a better card too. It's better on a better card than my other McLaren Chase. That's nice too. That's one of the nicer chases. And it's, out of all the places, the independent has been cooking for me this year. Holy Toledo. Wow, that is awesome. So the conclusion of another amazing peg hunt, and the streak continues with chases. Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is McLaren number 2. Ever since really August, I've been on a bit of a heater. I have found 2 of these chases, a Silverado Super, 2 Cadillac Super Chases, and a High Roller. And that's not even all of it. You'll get to see more in next weekend's peg hunt. I'm grateful for this McLaren. The story behind this McLaren was I found it in my university town, as you'd seen in the video, but I paid only $1.70 for it. They actually only made me pay mainline price for it because they didn't have the chases or the premiums in their system yet, but they knew I wanted this one, so they let me get it for $1.50, and I'm incredibly grateful for it because I think this is probably one of the more underrated chases and one of the underlooked chases, because you had Roxy, you have the Ferrari, and then you have the Panda Mar 32. I think this is one of the overlooked chases in comparison to those ones. I think this is probably either number 2 or number 3 for me. I think Roxy is still the best chase of the year, but this one's one of the nicer ones. And another thing I do want to briefly talk about, because I had said about bringing it up. So those 6 cases that you'd seen at that dollar store, I asked if I could go through them, or at least the ones that they could fit on the pegs, because there was no way they were going to fit all those boxes on the pegs. And the answer was no, but they did let me go through one, so I'm grateful for that. But I just found it a little odd that they didn't just like those ones out if they were going to put them out anyways. But again, I don't want to take away from what I found from this peg hunt or before, and I'm super grateful for what I found over the last few weeks, so I don't want to talk about that anymore. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this peg hunt. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, family, cats, dogs, squirrels, whoever. Please just share the video, and have a great weekend. Happy hunting, and stay safe.